behind. I stand here on behalf of all of us. I stand here on behalf of you and me. Why am I saying this? Because I have gone through the technical and everything you can talk about in artificial intelligence across the globe. I have spoken in over 20 countries across the globe, and I also sit at the Council of Responsible AI in the world. I represent Kenya. The reason I'm telling you this is so that anything that we are going to discuss, anything that I'm going to implore you to do is very important, especially for Africa. So I'll ask your permission. Are we going to work together to understand artificial intelligence today? I don't hear you. Yes. Thank you very much. That support is very important. But before I begin, everything I'm going to show you, I hope you can hear me from behind. Can you hear me from behind? And also from the camera from upstairs, I hope you can hear me. Everything that we are going to do today, everything that I'm going to say today, this is neither here or there. The PowerPoint is neither here or there. In fact, I am known to digress a bit. I'm known to digress from my PowerPoint. I engage with you based on how you help me understand you. All right? So to start with is, I know yesterday possibly we went into mostly focusing on artificial intelligence, but I understand this is more of a senior class. So I'm going to treat you as it is, as my seniors. All right? So I will jump, I won't really dwell into the basics of artificial intelligence, but I'm going to move straight into what the world needs today for you and me. And this brings me to my next point. From last year, moving forward, it's very hard for employers to employ us without the basics of understanding how to build, not only AI, how to build with AI. Whether you're a medical doctor, whether you're a journalist, whether you are going to seek for business, no matter what it is you want to do to become, to study, AI is forming the core of it, and that is why we are here. I'll show you the fastest, this is a boot camp. I'll show you the fastest way to build with artificial intelligence. So, for me to understand, is there anyone who does not understand AI? Let me start from there because it will be unfair if I move very fast to building with AI without looking at the basics. Is there anyone who has never used artificial intelligence? Anyone? Anyone? You don't be shy. Please remember we are here for you. I'm happy to do that for 10 minutes maximum. 10 minutes. Is there anyone who would want us to go through that? Okay, good. No problem. That's what we'll do. Now, let's look at artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is the ability of machines to understand our world through data. Artificial intelligence is the ability of machines, whatever you perceive a machine to be, to understand our world. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? When you are growing up, okay? When you are growing up, your parents, your guardians, anyone who took care of you, before you understood the world, what were they showing you? They were showing you this is mama. This is mama, whether mama is eating with you, whether mama is feeding you, whether mama is going away to work, whether mama comes back, it is mama, no matter how many women come to the house. Isn't it? Is that not so? The same way with Dada, it doesn't matter who brought you up, but someone brought you up to the fact that you're here, you must have grown with the community. The way the community brought you up to understand the world. That is the world of artificial intelligence. So machines are among us today because we have Our fathers have made sure that digitization has made that possible. This is what I mean. I think we have our CEO. Please let us appreciate our CEO. All right, we have our rector. Thank you. Welcome, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So can we continue? Please have a seat. Thank you. Now, I'll still go back. We take 10 minutes maximum. I'll still go back to AI. The world of AI is with us today. And possibly if you're not seeing it now, you're going to see it in the new year, 2027 moving forward. By that, I don't mean a robot walking with you. I don't mean that. I don't mean you will see a hand working by itself. Yes, those ones are there, those are applications. But what you're going to see, the machine that you're using right now, the mobile phones that you're using already have AI. But the questions that the world are going to ask you, do you know to interact and build? How are you able to help our organization, to become better as a result of AI? So when we look at artificial intelligence today, remember please, we want one mind, okay? With artificial intelligence, it is the technology that defines our future. And as I said, our fathers made this possible. Why? Because of the data. Let me define data very fast. Data is the text messages you receive in the morning. Data is the alarm that wakes you up in the morning and is recorded on your phone. Data is your WhatsApp messages. Data are the photos, the selfies, the images, the social media that you have. That is data. All that information we have given to the world, to machines, to learn about us. So we have reached a point whereby there is no longer a barrier between us and machines. That is the reality, fortunately or unfortunately. The world penetration and adoption of artificial intelligence today is 88%. But do you know Africa's penetration of AI? Anyone who can guess this? Anyone? What's the penetration of AI adoption in Africa as at 2026? Anyone? Anyone? Can you see my hand? What percent? 5%. Why are we left behind? Why are we left behind? We are going to figure that out. But us being in this class, us standing here, the world understands that Africa has the youngest youth. In the next 6 years, we are going to have 60% of the youth between the age of 21 and 30 years. The world is looking for you. The world is looking for your generation. But do you think they'll look for you if you do not have AI knowledge? It's not going to look for us when we don't have AI knowledge. Now, for me and possibly a few of us here, might not be fully affected, but I'm seeing young faces. You are going to be affected whether we like it or not. So, what do we need to do today? Number one is to understand the basics of AI. When a machine is taught generally about our world. It's called machine learning. Don't overthink when you hear about machine learning. It's basically machines being fed our data to understand us more. When a machine is taught to see the world, that means the data that is being taken are photographs, images. For example, if there's a camera that will take fans, ceilings, your faces, and everything, that is a machine learning called computer vision or CV. Machines also have to learn our language because remember I mentioned that the barriers are so it has to understand how you and I speak. It has to understand how you and I think. It has to understand how we talk to each other. And the only way to do that is for machines to listen, to understand us through our text, to understand us through our voice. That is called natural language processing, NLP. Without that, we are not able to engage with AI. It has to understand our world, we have to understand its world. And that is why, through ChatGPT, which is NLP, has been trained to understand how we type. And by that, it gives us an output of anything we want. So it translates our typing. That's the only way it gets to our world. It translates our typing to images, to voice, and so on and so forth. Now, and then everything else is coined as generative AI. Now, generative artificial intelligence is when there's something new that is created. Now, let me explain this. For example, if all images of you are put together and a machine is tasked to come with only one face out of that, it will come up with it. And that output is called generative AI. If the machine is tasked to come up with all the emails that have been sent since the 1950s and come up with one email, that one email has come up as a result of generative AI. That is artificial intelligence. It is teaching machines to understand our world through movement, which we call robotics, through language, which we call natural language processing, through vision, which we call computer vision, and one last one, through our brains. Machines have also been trained on how our brains work. Did you know that you can, right now, what you're seeing in black and white? Did you know that? For those who did biology 101, yeah, in school, in lower school, human beings see in black and white. It is our brain that translates that data. So machines have been trained how our brains work to translate the world. We call that deep learning. Now, very quickly, in another 5 or so minutes, what are the use cases of AI, of computer vision? Use case number one, and I want you to start thinking, if anyone asks you this when you go outside, then it's very important that you let them know. When you're asked, how can we use computer vision to innovate? What is computer vision? It's machine's ability to see through what? Visual. Is that not so? So for tops right now, if you're asked to develop and innovate, I'll give you an example so that you start thinking of other examples. If you're taught to innovate on how school attendance captured using AI, the immediate logical innovation is computer vision. And this I want to throw a gift to someone. How do you think computer vision is able to take class attendance? Anyone? How will that work? Just the most basic based on what we've discussed. Anyone? Anyone who can explain this to me? Anyone, anyone, anyone? I'll take the gift too. I'll give it to myself. Anyone. It could be anything. Going once. I can see smiles here. Does anyone want to volunteer that? How can you use computer vision? How can you use computer vision? Okay, let me give you that example and maybe you can try another. For example, if this is your camera, and you want to know, instead of registering the way you are registering out there, all you need is to take your face, looking at the front, looking at the side, looking at the back, and so on and so forth, and record it with your full names and your number. Once it's done that, anytime you come through that door, anytime you go to any of your classes, all we need is an embedded AI camera, and it will record when you're coming. What does that eliminate? What does that save? Time. What else does it save? Stress. Absolutely. So that is just one use case of computer vision. Another use case of natural language processing. What would you like to train a machine to understand? To communicate with you? Anyone? We've talked about natural language processing. Natural language processing. What would you train an AI machine to do, to understand? Your language, Abby. Is that not? To understand your language, exactly. To understand how you engage. Why is it important? Why would you want a machine to understand, for example, Yoruba? Anyone? Why would you want a machine to understand Yoruba? Why? 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 For what? Communication. Is that what you say? For communication. Yes, for communication. But understand this. You are learned people. Is that not so? You're very intelligent. You have an opportunity to be here. But our parents, our fathers, mothers, our aunties and uncles back in the village, do they have that opportunity? So if someone goes there with an excellent cure of a disease that is affecting the rural areas and they cannot communicate, is that solution not useless? But if they are able to speak to that machine that the doctor will have, and it's able to translate to the doctors and they get a solution, does that not change or transform our parents? It does. These are just a few use cases that we are looking at. So at this point, do we understand artificial intelligence? Can we start building now? Does anyone have a question on air? Anyone? Anything? Does anyone have a question? I've given you the basics. I've given you the basics. When you have time, please download on your phone if you do not have ChatGPT. When you have time, download Gemini. When you have time, download Gamma app. Now, ChatGPT is when you want to do basic communication with AI. Okay, so you can ask ChatGPT to build with you. Gemini is when you want to do your research. Then I want you to write this down. Do you make presentations? So if you want to make your presentation in 1 minute, please write this down. Gamma.app. Gamma.app. Gamma. Let me. Gamma. Gamma. Gamma.app. Gamma.app. It will take you only 1 minute. In fact, let me just do this. These are just, now that uses generative AI. It has picked all the information about what you're asking that it has and has transformed that into the information that you want. I'll just show you very quickly. Give me a topic. I need someone to give me a topic. What do you want to present about? Anything? Sorry? How to make money? Ah, easy topic. How to make money using what? We have to be specific. Can I do that? Can I do that? Is there anything there? Now I can see smiles on your face. How to make money as a TVET student using crypto investing. Is that okay? Okay, so I don't know why this is not. So write this down, gamma.app. Gamma.app. It uses generative AI to create presentations in 1 minute. Thank you. Can you see gamma.app? Okay. How to make money as a TVET student in Africa. Very important to be specific. Using crypto investing. Okay. It's going to create an outline. Are we okay with this outline? Do we go on? So how many slides? Okay, good. Do we want it concise, detailed, extensive, or minimal? Minimal, okay. So that we don't have a lot of words, Abby. Okay, ladies, this is where you come in handy. Give me colors now. The color on the right is what how the slide is going to come. So we have this purple, blue, and orange. Can you do this? Is this covers all of us, no? Is this okay? Okay, fantastic. So this is what we're going to use. And then, so that we don't waste time and say we want it in realistic, you can make it as an illustration, you can make it as an abstract, you can make it as 3D, but for the sake of this class, we will create realistic photos. And then we will generate. That is it. I want you to type how many minutes this takes to generate the presentation. And you can do this on your phone as well. Okay? Now that is generative AI. What it's doing, all the data that it has been trained with, it's generating something new. That's generative artificial intelligence. All right? So now you don't have to stress over your thought to present 1 minute. You can do this. Good. So let us look. You can download it. You can download it as it's still generating. Let it finish generating. Okay. So as it finishes, look, crypto investing for TVET students. Okay. So your path to financial empowerment, oh, it is done. So you can download this and export it into export as PDF, you can export as PowerPoint, you can export on Google Slides, you can export as images. Now, because we are not exporting, we are going to leave this one here. We are going to present. How many minutes did it take us to build this? 1 minute. 1 minute. That one was timing, exactly. Thank you, sir. That was excellent timing. So crypto investing for TVET students. Another thing, if you want to learn about something, you don't have to stress if you want images. Let's Gamma build for you. The digital revolution, it explains that. Why crypto? That's a no-brainer. Bridging the skills gap, 96% without internet. Bitcoin campus, there's a Bitcoin campus in Zambia. Who say that innovation cannot come from this class? Learn crypto seminars. Any of you who knows about crypto, why not create or build a seminar using AI? Key concepts, what you need to master. Getting started, how do you start? Educate yourself, choose an exchange, secure your wallet, start small. In every investment, there is a risk. Check about it. Okay? Success stories. So it is nothing new under the sun. Someone somewhere is doing it. The future is digital, and this is your opportunity. Take control of your financial future. Now, that is generative AI, that is just one option. Does anyone have any question in regard to AI? I think we have a basic understanding. Do we have any question? So can we move on to building? We can move on to building. Are we comfortable? Are we comfortable? Very good. Very, very good. So let us move now straight to building. Okay, good. Remember we mentioned about ChatGPT. Please let us be in the same room and all listen. Open mind, I have only one open mic. I have only one open mic and I have your ears. Please let us focus. I mentioned about ChatGPT. ChatGPT has been trained by every single data, including the full stop that has been put on the internet. From the first time data started going online through websites and so on and so forth, ChatGPT has that information. So when you want general information, when you want to get general information and you don't want to stress, use ChatGPT. But there's an app called Gemini. Now, Gemini has been trained using Google data. Anyone who has done Googling in terms of searching information and so on and so forth, when you want general data, don't go to Gemini, go to ChatGPT. When you want to build a business proposal, when you want to build anything that involves companies and their relationships, go to Gemini, not ChatGPT. Why? Because Gemini has been trained to understand the interaction and complexities of businesses and so on and so forth. There's one called Cloudy. Cloudy has been trained to understand statistics. What do I mean? It has not been trained by ABCD. Please, behind there, please let us be in one class so that we all understand. This is a very short class, and we have a lot to learn. Cloudy has been trained through statistics. What does that mean? It has been trained to understand the relationship between A and the number, for example, 5. It has been trained to understand Z and how 2 and 3 relate to it. It has been taught to understand how concepts relate. So if you want to generate or analyze anything, don't use ChatGPT. Don't use Gemini. If you want intricate details, deeper details of any particular subject, please use Cloudy. And I hope that you're writing this down. If you want to build proposals and do research, use Gemini. There's another AI that you can use called Perplexity AI. If you want to do research, now Perplexity has been trained with research data. Everyone who has done research, the journals, the articles and things and so on and so forth in all the universities in the world. Perplexity has been trained how to understand research. So if you want to do research on any topics and you want reference points and you want the structure of research and so on and so forth, don't go to Cloudy, don't go to ChatGPT, don't go to Gemini. Go to Perplexity. I want you to understand this basics so that you use AI the right way. Okay? That is all. These are some of the free tools that you can use. Now, I want us to jump into the world of agents. Between the year 1950s up to 2025, artificial intelligence has only been operating through prompts. What do I mean? You need to engage, you need to type into ChatGPT to get an output, isn't it? You need to type into Gemini and so on and so forth. But someone somewhere, or rather as a result, in fact, this was not generated by a human being. AI figured out we need to move on to the next level. Now we have AI agents. What is an AI agent? An AI agent is basically an AI that stands on top of all AIs and calls on every other AI that is best at what it does. Let me give an example. So, for example, and here I'm talking about most of AI agents. If you want to travel from, let's say my travel, let me talk about realistic, my travel from Kenya to Nigeria, and I want, number one, to book a flight, get to a hotel, ensure that the hotel that is there understands my allergies and books a room, for example, that has a view, and so on and so forth. But I also need transport from the hotel to Tops and back, and I still need to go back to Kenya. If you are using AI, you would pull an AI agent an AI that does travel very well, an AI that books very well, an AI that, for example, understands food very well. But the agent AI is going to do this. All I need to do is plan my trip from Kenya to Tops, and this is my plan, this is my timetable. I put it in the AI. So the agentic AI is going to call Cloudy to understand the fares across all flights, to get the most comfortable or the most affordable seat. And then it will call ChatGPT to generally look at what travels are convenient for you. And then it will call another app, for example, for booking, and ensure that it does that. And it's doing this synonymously across all apps. It understands the best in every task. So the agentic AI is going to call like 10 other AIs to serve your trip. So what is going to happen? It's through your prompt, just one prompt, and telling it I needed to plan my trip from Kenya to Nigeria and back. You don't need to go through the many AIs. Agentic AI is going to bring all the AIs and execute the task. And in 5 minutes and so forth, up to the time you board back your flight, and it will even have gone an extra mile to get you a taxi from the airport back at home. That is agentic AI. And that is what you are expected to understand. In your industry, it doesn't matter what industry you're going to work in. How do you build agentic AI for medicine, or rather the medicine industry? How do you build agentic AI for education? That's what I want you to understand. How do you build agentic AI for construction? How do you build agentic AI for Africa? That is what I want us to understand today. Does anyone have a question about agentic AI? Am I moving too fast? Okay, very good. All right. So what you can see is exactly what I have explained. In this world today, 2026, if you're talking about AI, in a world that has already adopted AI, they will wonder what you say. But if you talk about agentic AI, they'll know you know what you say. Okay? Before I move to the commandments, I want us to use one agentic AI. All right? I want us to use one agentic AI. Does this have volume? Can I play a video?
Yes, it's good.
I want to show you a video instead of me demonstrating. I want to show you a video. that you understand agentic AI, and then we build one. Okay? Don't look at my YouTube content. AI. Now, JetSpark is one of the greatest AIs I have used in my life. It does everything, and you'll understand why. Let me play this. Let me try to fix the audio.
Don't you worry.
Maybe the people upstairs can hear, but not yeah. Can it come from here?
Yeah. It should be interface USB.
It's okay.
My system.
Let us see.
It's not my system. So let me it's a noise. It's not from me.
That's okay. I will. Okay. All right. Do this. Just write this down. Meet James Park introduction video. Watch it at your own time. Okay? We cannot hear unfortunately, but please write it down. It's a very important video for you to understand how an agentic AI works. So what I'm going to do, GenSpark introduction video. You can see this here, GenSpark introduction video. Okay? So I'm going to go to my GenSpark account. I want to show you how an agent basically works. And this is just scratching the surface. The surface. All right. So can you see all these AIs? Can you see this? These AIs are very specific AIs for different tasks. For example, AI slides, AI sheets if you want to create an analysis, AI documents if you want to create an AI document that can be shown in Word documents. AI developers, this is for the coders who want to build anything. You can use AI developers to build. AI designers, social media artists, designers, use this, and so on and so forth. So these are different AI specific AI. But then we have super agent. This is the agent we are talking about. Super agent is tasked to call all these AIs that are only relevant to the information that you want. If you want to build a website, all you need to tell Super Agent, build for me a website for shoes, for example, to export. You should clone, let's say what, a famous company. What it will do, it will understand what you want to build, and it will build for you, and it will call all this where necessary. If it's developing, it's going to call AI developer. If it is building and creating design, it's going to call AI designer. We saw that there. You no longer have to build an expensive podcast. All you need to do is to create a podcast. So if you want to build a website that has a podcast, it will build a website and call AI pods and include a podcast and so on and so forth. So what I want us to do is I want us to build something, a platform. Give me an idea. I want to build a platform of something. Tell me something, anything, anything. I want to challenge you. I want you to challenge me. Today, we are building with AI. Remember, I said we are going to build with AI. Is that not so? Yes. I want you to challenge me to build something. Sorry? You can start, just raise your hands. I'm happy to take a portfolio. Fantastic. I'm trying to see how I can get your photos and build that portfolio. Yes, your portfolio. Will you allow me to take your photo? Yes. I'm just going to generate two types of images for that portfolio, and we are going to build. Okay? This one. Can stand here. Sorry, sir, I forgot to ask you what you want to become when you Let me explain what I am doing. Okay? Please let us be on one page. What I am doing, I want to build his portfolio. So I've chosen one website that I want his portfolio to look like. So I am recording the screen of the website so that we can clone it. You understand? That's what I'm doing. So let's just have 3 pages. Okay? And then I'll stop. So I'll use this later. So I want us to generate 3 images. So for portfolio, I'm going to use an agent called Kimi. Kimi. So agent what? Can you see that? Okay, so we are using an agent that calls AI for websites. So what I'm doing is I am choosing the screen recording that I did, which is this. Okay. So are you good with these two images? Are you okay with the images generated? Can we use that to build your portfolio? Once you're done with this class, you do not have an excuse of not building your public portfolio. When you go outside there, people should find you through a website. All right? That's your promise to me. Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, thank you. What's your first step? Anything else you want people to know? What's your give information? Too many people are chatting. Let's give it 5 minutes. 5 minutes to try again. 5 minutes. Okay, I think Kimi has started. Let's build to and compare. So Kimi is building a portfolio website, right? But so with Genspark. So let's give it time. Okay, as the websites are building, excuse me, please let us be together. Let us be together. Let us be together. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be together kindly. My brothers and sisters behind. My brothers and sisters behind. Please. I want us to solve a problem here and now as the websites are building. I want us to build something. I want us to build something that is going to solve a real challenge today, right now. Let us build something. Give me a challenge. It could be managing, for example, electricity, managing students, um, studying in groups. It could be anything. Give me a challenge so that we build a solution. Give me a challenge. Anything, anything. Think about it. It could be tracking your boyfriend. It could be anything. Or your girlfriend. With your mobile phone. Anything. Huh? Sorry? No problem. Yes, yes. There was something that was coming from here. What system? Inventory system. Excellent. So let us build an inventory system. What do you want? I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Huh? You want it for the institution or you want it personal? What you want for sorry? For pharmacy. You want an inventory system for the pharmacy faculty. Is it a faculty? Pharmacy, for pharmacy generally. What should the inventory system be able to do?
Hello? Hello?
Anything else you want me to ask? Our inventory, that's enough. Are we okay with that? Are we okay with this? Fantastic. Okay, so I want you to know these three agents down and I'll tell you what to build with it. Number one, Spark. Okay? As, as we develop this, so here we are building a website portfolio. We're also building a website portfolio. And here we are building an inventory system. So when you want to perform multiple tasks at the same time, let's say you want to hire an accountant, I would ask you to do that through Chess. If you want to build a portfolio website, anything that you want to build, for example, an order or a transaction website, go to kimi.com, Kimi, and you'll build that website in 1 hour. And then if you want to build a product about anything, an inventory system, a CRM, it could be anything, built through Lava. Please note this, very important. Every agent has its strength. Every agent has its strength. Okay? So, Gemspark can do research for you, can develop for you, can design for you, can create AI codes for you, but its super agents can do all these things as one task. Note that. Where is this other one? Kimi can do everything else, but mostly will build excellent functional, not static, functional websites for you in 1 hour. That is Kimi. Lovable can build an application for you. Lovable can build a CRM for you. Lovable can automate your process for you. Please note that. Okay? So let's build. Let's let it build. Once we are done with this, we will do ethics. In fact, let's cover ethics because of time as we build in the background. Okay? I have a gift for someone. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a gift for someone. If you know something that I did in the past 15 minutes before we got into ethics, I have a gift for someone. If you tell me what I did in the past 30 minutes that relates to ethics, other than the person involved, I have a gift for someone who noticed I did something. Yes, sir. Yes. Please clap for him. Absolutely. Did you hear? Yes. Before I took his photograph, I asked him his permission. Before I didn't just go and snap. I asked, can I take your photo? Can I use it on my laptop? And he said yes and yes. And then I went ahead. Those are the rules of building with AI. Please note this down. You can take a screenshot or you can understand because you might not follow the rules here. But when you go outside there and make that one mistake, the outside does not teach you through punishment. The outside takes you to jail. The outside is going to fine you money that you may not afford, but that is money that you could have used somewhere else. The outside shames your name and closes or jeopardizes your career because of very tiny mistakes. So I want you, I beg you to learn this. When you're building with AI, number one, thou shalt not steal. I hope you understand this. Whatever data you're going to use, even if you're building something like what we're building for the pharmacy, at some point to make it functional, we have to collect data from a real pharmacy. You must ask for that data. Write an email, let there be evidence. Ask and request and ensure that the owners of whom you're taking data from sign and give you consent. Thou shalt not steal. Commandment number 2, thou shalt protect privacy. Now, I cannot emphasize more. When you're using AI, sometimes it forces you to upload the institutional information with its name. Is that not so? Is that not so? And we just upload. We upload, for example, a photo that has the institutional name, or a document that has the institutional name, a PDF, so that it serves us. That is wrong. What do you need to do? All you need to do is, you can do it 2 ways. Number one, you can upload. Please listen to me. Behind there on my right, behind the lady at the window, kindly, please let us be together. Let us be together. You can do 2 things. Number one, you can upload those documents and get what you need. But after that, you must, but we are forgetful people, you must write and tell AI, forget about the names that have been used to generate this. Forget, command it, and it will erase that information. I don't know if we are clear behind there. Are we clear? Option number 2. Option number 2. Remove any identifiable identity, no matter what, even if it's your name. If it's your CV and you don't want your name in the public and you want AI to build for you your CV without your name, remove it. Or use an AI that anonymizes data. Just upload it to that and ensure that it gives it codes. And then use that. Are we clear? 2 options. Tell AI to forget or anonymize the data. If it's in Excel, remove the titles. Remove anything, the emails, anything that personally identifies the people in that document. If you don't do this in real world, someone will find an opportunity and they will take you to court to get something from you or to take you down. I want you to understand that. Very important. So commandment number 2, thou shalt not. Thou shalt not. Thou shalt protect privacy. Does not reveal someone's identity. Number 3, thou shalt build for everyone. Thou shalt build for everyone. This is what I mean. Thou shalt build for everyone. For example, what we are building, what I always emphasize, build the first product first. Build your website, build your application, build your inventory system. But be inclusive. Ask yourself, can a man and a woman use it? Ask yourself another question. Is it racially inclusive? Ask yourself another question. Can a person with disability be able to use it? When you start with those 3 questions, you're basically generally inclusive. I'll repeat. Ask yourself a question. Is my application gender inclusive? Is it racial inclusive? Is it disability inclusive? Commandment number 3, thou shalt build for everyone. Commandment number 4, thou shalt be transparent. This is what I mean. If you get into a project, an AI project in school, your authorities have the right to know. Don't build it using the school resources and go and seek for investment outside. The school has a right to sue you, and there's no way you can take them. I want you to understand that. There are policies and rules that govern not only Nigeria, globally. I don't know if I'm clear. So be as transparent as possible. Let your faculties, let the institutions give you the letter of acceptance that you're going to build or rather innovate within their institution. Very important. Why is this important? Because you're going to work for organizations and you're going to do your own work. If you're going to use the organization's internet, community, resources to build, and you do not tell them, they are going to terminate you. And further, they are going to jail you. So I want you to learn from where you are. Learn from your own institution, okay? Lastly, I hope you hear me. Lastly, thou shalt not harm. Thou shalt not harm. Just think about this. Is your application going to harm anyone in any way? I'll give an example. What we're building, we're building an inventory pharmaceutical system. Is it going to identify drugs that might harm that on the shelf and bypass? And just look at inventory instead of the dangers. Ask yourself critical questions. If worse comes to worse, what is my application possibly able to do? And if it's able to do that, what measures can I take? Please note this. I want to give information because it is outside there. Maybe we've not looked for it. My right hand behind. I am begging you. This is information that might put you in problems in future. And this is also for tops. When data is leaked within your systems, when data is, are we listening? Ladies and gentlemen, are we listening? When data is linked within your institution, when data is linked in your phone, you have seen this on social media many times. When data is linked within where you work, you have 48 hours rights, but no one can take you to jail. No one can expose you, and if they expose you, you have a right to sue. No one can tell you anything within 48 hours. But those 48 hours, you have to tell the people affected through phone calls, through compensation, through apology, whatever you have to do, you have to salvage yourself in 48 hours. But on the 49th hour, if data has leaked and anyone is affected, it doesn't matter what part of the world you come from, you will be arrested and you're accountable. Okay? I hope you understand that. So, 5 rules and commandments of AI. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt protect privacy. Thou shalt be for everyone. Thou shalt be transparent. And lastly, thou shalt do no harm. All right? Okay, good. So let's go back to our solutions and see if we have built something. Okay. I want you to look on my right, on the right of the screen. Okay? That is Saki Pharmacy Clinic real-time inventory overview. So this has been an overview. We are going to look at it shortly. I want to go to clinic. Bello Abdul Samad. That is your portfolio. That is your portfolio. To make this better, what you do in the future is to add your CV. So it builds all, it takes all your curriculum vitae, everything. Okay? But this is your portfolio and it can be built. We are going to preview this. Professional experience, freelance. How long did this take to develop? How long did this take? 20 minutes? How long did it take? 20 minutes, 30 minutes? Let's hear about Bello. Let's take another menu. Experience. View my work. Full stack developer. About me. 3 years experience, 20 projects, happy clients. But please populate this with real data. To present full stack developer, freelance web developer, CWS industrial trainee. These are my future projects, so if you want to feature your projects, just ensure you upload that information. So the good thing about Lovable, you can Kimi, you can go build it. So your next step will be to populate it with the information that you want. So we have proved in 30 minutes you can build a portfolio using AI. That is it. Blog platform, you have a blog platform, API dashboard, you can showcase your work there. Technical skills, these are your technical skills. Back-end tools, your education, this is your education. Okay? Education quotes and so on and so forth. Let's work together, add your contacts and so on and so forth. Let's see if Jennifer has built something. Set up successfully. Good. Let it continue building. Now let's look at our level dashboard. Now it's giving an example. Ibuprofen, 20 hours left. That one left, 13 hours left. Recent orders, these are the recent orders, and so on and so forth. What else can we see? Let's Let's look at the inventory. So if you want to look at the inventory in your store in real time, that is your inventory, so it has that ability. Orders and invoices. So these are the orders and invoices if you want to create. So you can send this directly to your supplier. We have just built this in real time right now. What else did we tell you? Shelf scanner. Remember we said you must have a camera, okay? All you need to do, you can upload existing or open the camera. It's able to do that. So what Lovable is asking is for permission. So you can see it's showing my face. I have to allow for it to take the images. So if you have a camera, make sure you use your device camera to upload. When you do that, it's going to populate your application. Okay? And then lastly, reports. How do you generate reports? Okay? So for example, send to the director today's report. It shows inventory values, pending orders, alerts, critical items, and so on and so forth. And you can ensure that this works for you. You can ensure that this works for you. It just takes a greater lesson now to show you how to include it in real life. And by standards of a pharmaceutical clinic, this is a ready product to launch. Have we used AI to build? Have we used AI to build? What have we built today? What have we built? We have built sorry? Portfolio someone's site. I'm going to share that site to you, sir. I'm going to share that site to you. You can launch it and use it today. It's only that it's going to have Kimbi website. I'll show you how to change it to your name by a course, but I'll show you, okay? We have built someone's portfolio. We have built a pharmaceutical inventory system. And what else have we built? What else have we built? How to make money. Is that not so? Is that not so? Ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing. We have the next 1 minute. I just need your confirmation. Have we not built a money making presentation? Yes, we have. Have we not built a website portfolio? Yes, we have. Have we not built what? A pharmaceutical inventory system? So are you ready for your future? Trust me, you don't need anything else. From this point, all you need to do is to give me your 7 minute answers. How many questions? 10 questions, and you're free to go to the world. Are we okay? 7 minutes, 10 questions, and you're free to leave. So there are going to be ladies who are going round right now. Oh, that's the So we are going to do a quiz. We are going to do a quiz. I'm sharing a short QR code. A QR code. We'll open it only for 7 minutes. We'll open it only for 7 minutes. Please have your phones ready. Have your phones ready. Have your phones ready. Scan that QR code and do the quiz. After that, you can go and build the world with AI. Please look at the QR code, scan it. You have 7 minutes and then you close it. 7 minutes and then we close it. Now, have a very quick brief. We are going to pick the top students to compete on Friday for a grand prize. So when you do it carefully. Okay? All right. All the best in your quiz. All the best. Please scan your QR code. You can come closer to the screen, but otherwise there are ladies going round. There are people going round to help you. Okay, 2 minutes, and then we close. 2 minutes. So far we have 30. So far we have 30 entrants. There are 30 people who have attempted. 30 people. And the ones who are still doing, please read carefully. Please read carefully. 2 minutes. So far the highest score is 11. So far the highest score is 11. Yesterday we had a 20 over 20. Please be careful in answering. She's 11 so far. You need better than that. 11 out of 20. Don't submit if you're not attempted. And if you never see, that means someone is not attempted. 35. Closing in 1 minute. Closing in 1 minute. Closing in 1 minute. Okay. Oh, we have a new mic. We have a new mic. We have a new mic. Well done. 30 seconds remaining. 30 seconds. Okay, and we officially close the quiz. Officially close. Please appreciate yourself. So I'm going to call a student to come and witness. I need a witness student. I need a volunteer. I need a volunteer, please. Any student. It has to be a student. Okay. So this is how we are choosing. You count who has scored the highest in the fastest time possible. So I want you to go through all the results. Can you see the results? Okay, you can see the results. So according to the results, not who has the highest, what is the highest score? This is out of 20. Consider what is the highest score? 14. And who scored the highest? Please name the name. Ahmed. Ahmed. Who is that? Who is Ahmed? Please let's appreciate our highest score. We need your pictures, sir. You will compete in the last round on Friday. We're going to be taking and then Friday, whatever you can say, okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Please let us appreciate our Have a blessed day. Thank you very much.